AskReddit by Decent Artichoke 7719. What's the most underrated skill that everyone should learn? Sewing. Patch up some clothes, alter something, close off something. Comes in handy and is super simple. Or fix a button. Don't throw out that jacket or shirt you like. Cooking. And knowing how to clean. Critical thinking. Not enough people can look past the headline. Adding to that, researching something themselves. Oftentimes family and friends come to me with some problem. Usually I also don't know how to fix it, but instead of just giving up and saying I don't know, I start googling things and mess around a bit until I find a solution. Swimming. Tool said it best. How to say no. No, I feel better already. How to listen. Listen with the intent to understand, not the intent to reply. Dr. Stephen Covey. I'm not sure about underrated, but critical analysis of rhetoric and media literacy is high on the list in light of the propaganda campaigns conducted by various governments around the world. This 100% I see folks both young and old around me with no concept of how to be critical and skeptical of a fact, figure, or statement. Taking everything as truth and at face value. CPR. And the Heimlich maneuver. Takes 2 minutes to learn and there's a good chance you'll use it one day. How to correctly operate a turn signal while driving. Directions unclear, HID beams on. How to replace burnt light bulbs in your vehicle. It's a scam to pay anyone to change any lights in most cars. I just YouTube that bitch. Goes for a good deal of maintenance on your vehicle. Setting boundaries in a way that is mutually respectful and assertive. Arguably one of the most important things ever, and it doesn't seem to have taken, like how people have to learn to read and do arithmetic, etc. There should be a term for this, like firm kindness or respectful boundaries. Deleted. Explain how. Cooking. Nothing fancy, just the type of cooking that's good for sustained everyday meals. Compare the cost of a meal you made yourself vs the cost of even the cheapest takeout or pre-made stuff. And no, frozen food isn't just as good. Sustained consumption of frozen goods is not healthy. There's a lot you can do with being able to cook pasta and rice. Active listening. The most underrated skill that successful people have, especially introverts, is the ability to write clearly. I'd add to this reading comprehension, or even just reading period. I write very clearly, but no one reads it, lol. I've found that, especially whenever I have to give written instructions, the formatting is the most important thing, because people are so bad at reading. I use paragraph breaks liberally, bullet point lists wherever I can, and I bold all important information. I recently spearheaded and organized an art show through my college, and was one of 3 leaders, including our academic advisor. This project involved sending out an art call and getting people to participate. Our advisor ended up sending out the emails for the art calls and participation instructions. I had kind of expected to send them out or at least read them over. Her art call was really clear and well written, but wasn't really formatted in a way where people would definitely read the pertinent information. We ended up fielding a lot of questions, the answers to which were all in the art call. Proper use of a kitchen knife. And proper sharpening of a kitchen knife. I don't know if it counts as a skill, but Excel. I've learned over the years that no matter what kind of office job you do, you will be using Excel a lot. Even if it's not specifically part of your job, it can almost always be used to make parts of your job easier. I work within SAP database for my job, and even though the final steps of my job are done in SAP, a ton of the preliminary work is done using Excel. It could technically all be done within SAP, but it's just easier to get everything laid out in Excel, then copy to SAP. Being honest. Someone who doesn't give a fuck even if they know that the truth will fuck you up. Underrated skill in a sense that it wastes no one's time. The sooner you know, the sooner you will react. Although it's not underrated, spelling. Once you learn that YouTube videos can show you how to do everything else. Have good writing and vocabulary. It helps not only at school, but almost in every aspect of our life. Yeah, it help. Manners. Starting fire. And not leaving any evidence. Proper cunnilingus. 100% makes you a superhero. Thinking ahead. Changing a tire.